Welcome to Fashionably Broke.
I'm kidding, don't use that.
Just wear whatever the hell you
Like,
want.
literally just...
We're living on a McDonald's budget.
Just because you're broke doesn't mean you have to dress like it.
Hey guys, welcome back to another episode of Fashionably Broke podcast, episode 117. We're getting pretty far in the hundreds, which is exciting.
I know, it's crazy.
Yeah, we literally just had a full catch-up session before we started recording because I feel like the past few weeks have been super busy. I know our recording schedule has been kind of all over the place, probably because of me. I apologize. So we just had like a full catch-up session on like the past, like 2-3 weeks? 2 weeks?
2-3 weeks, yeah.
2-3 weeks of just like everything, you know, everything that goes on in our personal lives, all of the tea, the drama, just
that
stuff
can't be spoken about on here.
Exactly. Just stuff that like we really needed to catch up on because we like have like mentioned it, but then we're like, oh no, before the pod or after the pod, like we'll talk about it. But then we're just like, all right, once we get done recording, I feel like the past few times it's like, oh, we've had to edit and like get that shit out.
Right, no extra time.
No extra time, so we needed a nice catch up. But I feel like we do have a lot of stuff to talk about on the podcast, of course. Also, sorry guys, not to like tease y'all with, oh, we just had some juicy gossip, but we can't tell y'all. But sorry, I did that. Yeah. But we do have a lot to talk about in today's episode. I feel like it's just kind of like a lot of random stuff or like stuff that's been happening in like pop culture or even just like our lives as well. First things first, I won't say much about this, but I just have to mention it because I feel like not everyone's been talking about it, but everyone's kind of been talking about it. But on Netflix, 4 seasons.
Yeah.
I started it yesterday and I finished it yesterday.
So I only watched one episode and like I do this all the time. Is like I'll watch the like part of it and get on my phone and then watch part of it, get on my phone, and I'm like, oh my god, I still need to like rewatch the first episode and like really get into it. But is this like a spinoff of White Lotus?
No. So that's what I thought. Okay, so I started it because I'm not gonna lie, like I just had a full rotting day, but because like I just really needed a full rotting day, and I was like trying to think of like something to watch. You know, it's like when you get in those moods where like literally nothing sounds interesting at all.
Yeah.
And so
like you spend all your time watching the previews and you won't click on anything.
Exactly, trying to find something. And so I had like obviously seen all of that ads and promotion on TikTok for the show, and then I have listened to like a few podcasts talk about it. So I was like, you know what? I just want to watch it because no one really explains what it was about other than it was just really good, or like a lot of people enjoyed it. So I was like, okay, maybe it's like a White Lotus spinoff. Like that's what I was thinking, because to me I was thinking 4 seasons hotel,
right? No,
not at all. Literally not at all. I feel like the premise is almost like, okay, like could be. I loved the show so much. So basically like the premise is it follows like this group of friends. They're couples. So it's like you have 3 different couples, and it just kind of like follows their lives. They've been friends for like forever. They're in their like 50s, maybe approaching 60s. Like they're a little bit older. And this show is just like, the only way I know how to describe it is just like so realistic in a way. Obviously it's dramatized. Tina Fey's in it, Steve Carell's in it. So when I first watched the preview, I was like, okay, this is just going to be like slapstick funny, a nice, easy watch. It's a nice, easy watch, but it's not like too funny where it's like a full comedy. You're like dying laughing and like, they say like the craziest things. It's also not too serious at all where you're like bawling your eyes out. There is like a sad part in it towards the end of like the show. But it was just like such a like realistic, like they took the really funny moments and almost like added like some like monotone and like where it wasn't like so hilarious or like this is like a straight up comedy, like I'm laughing my ass off. And then they took like the parts that were sad and like lightened them up a little bit so you're not like sitting there bawling your freaking eyes out. And I just feel like it was such like a breath of fresh air because it was like just pretty realistic of like the shit that people go through in their day-to-day lives, like, you know, group of friends. Hello?
What was that? Your phone?
My charger just fell off. So strange. Okay, sorry about that. But basically it's called 4 seasons because there's 8 episodes in like quote unquote season 1, but there are 2 episodes per like actual season. So there's 2 episodes that represent spring, 2 episodes that represent summer, 2 that represent fall, and 2 that represent winter. And so like it literally just like follows like their lives. Basically they take a trip like each season to see each other. And
how fun.
No, I keep saying it's like super realistic. Obviously it's not super realistic, but like I feel like the issues and like the troubles or like the things that like they kind of run into are very common and like literally things that happen in people's marriages all the time that like no one really talks about. Or it's like not really shown, and like it's shown in such a way where it's like, okay, yeah, actually like I could, number one, see this happening. That is literally the like how someone would react or, you know, like handle it. And like it's just, I don't know, I loved it. It was such a good show. The way that it ended off was like there's 100% going to be a season 2. I hope. I really hope.
Yeah. No, now that you're talking about it more, I did it. What's episode 1 was about, it came back. I remember it vividly now about all of it. Yes, it actually was very good. I was like obviously in and out of the episode, but like got the gist of it.
Yeah.
And I honestly like don't know how I stopped there and like didn't continue on to episode 2 because I was like, oh my god, what's next? So I'm actually going to like keep watching that after.
Yeah, and I feel like it's like an easy watch, like because I was starting to do other things while I was watching, so like there were a few parts that I missed, but like I don't think it affected, you know, the entire show.
Right.
And like I said, it just was so easy. I mean, it was so easy to binge. Only eight episodes. I honestly don't know how long the episodes were, but I literally feel like they weren't long at all. And I just kind of feel like it was very like, in a weird way, obviously I'm not like in their like age range that like the show's about, and I'm obviously not married, but I just feel like it was
but it's
very
like you could almost like see that with some friend or not. I don't want to say like see that in yourself because like there's some things you don't want to see in yourself, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
But, like you can see when you get older, if, you know, there might be some people in your life who like go through that and like are telling you that, and like you're like stuck in the middle, and it's just like, what do you do? Like
it's pretty much like these friends have been like friends with each other for so long, and obviously they have like their different relationships and friendships within their friendships, and how like people kind of end up getting stuck in the middle or like knowing things, but it's like, okay, well, I know, you know, your husband told me this, like, but how can I not tell you that? It's
right, because I'm just as close with you.
Yeah,
and, like, you're my wife's best friends. Like it just turns into this whole
exactly. And I don't know why I enjoyed it so much, but like I really enjoyed it. So if you're looking for something to watch that's like an easy watch, I highly recommend it.
Love. I can't wait to finish it because like I actually kind of just got like excited again. I'm like, wait, I need to go watch that.
And it's not like dry humor. Like there are some characters that might have a little bit more dry humor, but it's like I feel like it was very just like overall, and I'm like, this probably makes it sound bad, but like it wasn't too funny, it wasn't too sad, like it was just like, all I can say, like it just was like real.
Yeah. Just like a
everyday, like a normal
nice
person.
Yeah. Did you ever watch The Life List?
No.
Oh my god.
I know. I should have watched it yesterday.
Oh, you would have been bawling your eyes out. Maybe not the day to do it, but like, yeah, you need to put that on your freaking things to watch because it is amazing.
I know. I really need to watch it. I forgot. Honestly, I did forget about it, but I will add it to my list to watch. And yeah, that's kind of, if I just watch it. Yeah. I feel like everyone would like it. Okay, next, I kind of want to touch a little bit more on like pop culture, like what is happening. So I know that you in the past like haven't been as familiar with this TikToker, but Madeline White. So she's from the UK. She lives in the US. She's engaged to Andrew. He's part of like Loud Luxury, a DJ. He's a DJ. So she was headed on her bachelorette and has like been posting about it. She's basically like a fashion TikTok girl. For those that don't know her, look her up. Her name's Madeline White. She like got famous on TikTok for basically like DIYing her own closet and like taking things and literally cutting them up to like make an outfit.
I wish I could do that.
She makes clothes too. Well, she had been like posting about her like bachelorette, and she had just gotten back from Miami for Formula One. So they were about to go to Cabo for, like I keep saying, her bachelorette party. She lost her passport. Okay? Lost her passport. Like the day, like she couldn't find it. Like didn't look for it until like the day she had to leave. Okay?
Was searching for hours.
Crying, obviously, like, posting on the internet, crying, being like, yeah, so I'm supposed to go to Cabo, but can't find my passport. Last time I saw it was Miami. So, number one, everyone was like, okay, well, like, can you get a rush passport? Well, this is the issue. She's from the UK. She lives in America. Doesn't have her passport. So she could obviously get papers to go home, but then she would have to get a passport in the UK and, like, wait for that to happen. But also, she has to fly to the UK. That would take a full day.
No, yeah. I mean, you're all around, because at first I was like, okay, sure, because I think it was a day or two before. Like, I think it was when she was packing that she, like, figured out, like, I can't find it. I need to search everywhere. And people are like, no, like, you can get one within, like, 1 to 2 days if you do, you know, X, Y, and Z. And I was like, oh, yeah, like, why isn't she doing that? And she's like, but I'm from the UK. And, like, I don't think, obviously, she's not, like, a U.S. citizen. I don't know.
Yeah.
If it's a green card, whatever she's here on. But I'm like, I never even like thought of that. Like,
yeah, she could get
you could get to the UK, but like
she wouldn't be able to come back.
You can't get to Mexico.
No.
And I'm sorry, right now, like there's no way you're getting back in. Like,
yeah. So she like didn't have her passport. And then basically, like, obviously her fiance is a DJ. He goes and plays in Vegas all the time. So, you know, she came back on TikTok and she's like, okay, change of plans. We are basically going to take everything and we're just going to do it in Las Vegas. Because the one good thing is, because then my head went to like, damn, all of these girls like spent money to go to Cabo. She paid for everyone originally. Like her entire...
That's what I was trying to figure out too, because I'm like, there's no canceling this like a day before. Like, what? Yeah. Like, how are these girls being like, oh yeah, let's just go to Vegas? I'd be like, oh wait, all my money's in Mexico. Like,
yeah, no, so she wanted to pay for the entire bachelorette trip for like her friends. Stay, travel, like all of it for her friends. So basically all of her friends did was spend money on the outfits. Yeah. And like obviously planning on like dinner, you know, blah, 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 blah. So basically she just lost out on a ton of money in Cabo. But again, her fiance has all these connections in Vegas. They got I'm pretty sure like they got their stay for free. Like they were able to he planned like he planned her entire bachelorette trip for her within hours. Had everything booked, itinerary made. All the girls had to do was, okay, we just have to get to Vegas and then like we're good.
And I thought it was so funny that makes sense now that you say she makes her own clothes, because like she was showing this like, it looked like a like lace swimsuit cover up or something, and it was like a longer one, and she's like, well, this was the vibe for like Cabo but not for Vegas, and literally just like cuts it and starts sewing. I was like, oh wait, that's cool.
Yeah. So I'm like, just for the entire I was just catching up or like keeping track of her the entire weekend, because I was like, okay, like I need to know what happened, because obviously like I would be crushed. I would be like, my life is ruined.
Would be over. Yeah.
And then she like obviously was upset, but she like made the most of it, which is so great. I mean, obviously, you know, she like realizes like how lucky she is. I'm glad that everything worked out for her because number one, she always gets hate. She is like
really
gets the most hate on the internet. Like people are just so like judgy. And so I'm just like super glad everything worked out for her. But my next concern is she's getting married out of the country. How the hell is she going to get a passport?
Yeah, but like that, like you at least, I think it's like a month or two. You said, I don't know exactly when she's getting married, but I mean, you can get things like you can get things that fast for sure.
Yeah.
Yeah. I mean, it's going to cost an arm and a leg, but like you can get it. At least I like hope, because I don't know. There's just like different factors because obviously now, everyone in the US, you have to have a quote unquote like real ID, like with the star. And like, so the DMV, and isn't that where you get your passport too, to an extent? Or no?
I have no idea. No.
I'm pretty sure.
Isn't
I'm
there
pretty
like...
sure that's where you bring all your paperwork, but you go get like your picture taken at like a Walgreens or something. But you have to have like the paperwork for it.
Yeah.
So like the DMVs are like booked out the ass right now because everyone's freaking out of like, you've had years to do, you've known this for years.
The real ID.
Yeah, so now they're like booked forever, and like the DMVs have like literally had to extend their hours like in order to accommodate like all the requests they're getting, because like you can't fly without it.
Yeah.
But so like that could be another thing, but I'm like, she would have to go to the UK anyways. It's not like she would be doing it in the US.
Yeah. So she like basically will just have to go to like the embassy in the US, get papers to be able to fly back to the UK, and then she would have to like get her passport there. But I'm also like, she's 2 months out from her wedding.
That's
like,
a lot of moving parts.
That's an extra trip. Like that's something that she obviously didn't account for. Like you're going up into the last minute. She's making all of her bridesmaids dresses as well.
Oh no.
Yeah, making them all, and I'm just like, I would still be freaking out. Like, I would be like...
I mean, I bet she is. Yeah. I bet her batch was, like, her getaway of, like, this is so fun. I don't have to think about anything. But now that she's back at home, she's probably like, shit.
No.
What do I do?
Literally, like, shit.
Do you know where
what do I
she's
do?
getting married?
No, I can't remember. I know they were, like, going back and forth, like, Italy. I think I want to say it's Morocco.
Mm-hmm.
I think.
Yeah.
I don't remember.
I don't know. And, like, the thing is, like, that's a whole different passport in the UK. Like, who knows if they can get it that fast? I have no idea.
And it's funny because, like, so she's from the UK. Her fiance's from Canada. So, like, they're both not even, like, from the US.
Oh, no.
Like, I don't know why that stresses me out even more, but, like, it does.
Yeah.
But I'm like, what is she flying with? Like, what, if you don't use your passport? Like, I guess she has a license. Like, she has to. She drives, I think.
Yeah, I mean, the thing, you would probably still have to have, like, an identification card. You don't have to have, like, a license.
Okay, true. But, yeah, insane. I mean, they ended up flying private to Vegas anyways.
Yeah.
But
just, you know,
casual.
snap of a finger, let's get the jet going.
Yeah.
But I did see, because, like, I went through, like, a lot of her videos when Maddie put that on the notes, because I literally had no idea who this girl was. And she was, like, so many people were saying, like, that's a blessing in disguise. Like, I have a feeling something bad would have happened in Mexico. Like, and she's like, y'all are making me feel so glad that this, like, all worked out in my favor. Like, I couldn't imagine. Like, everyone's like, dude, yeah, you have no idea. It's just, like, when you're running late for work and, like, you miss an accident or you do that, like, you know, it's just, like, those little things that you never think about. And it's like, oh, my gosh, like, this is ruining my day right now. When in reality, like, it's saving you from something else.
Yeah. Which is crazy.
I'm like, that's crazy. And also, another thing that was absolutely hilarious. I mean, obviously, Loud Luxury had the hookup at every single pool party. And they walked into the pool party, and it was literally like the Jumbotron that said, like, no passport, no problem. And I was like, oh my God.
Hilarious. And so, like, I guess her fiance, too, he, like, went on his batch trip, like, a little bit before hers. But he was also doing, like, another guy's trip in Vegas at the same time. So she was like, it pretty much was, like, just, like, a joint party. She was like, which, yeah, is very unconventional. But she was like, it honestly would have been, like, 10 times better than Cabo.
Yeah, I agree. And I thought it was so funny. I was like scrolling through like some of the comments and everything. This one outrageous comment was just like, wow, that's crazy that your passport just like comes up missing. Like my best friend's like fiance did that to her because he thought like she would cheat on her. Like maybe that's what's happening. I'm like, oh my God. Like,
no, I feel so bad for her. She gets so much hate on the internet, which like I really don't know why. She's always coming up, I feel like always coming on, not like apologizing, but like explaining different things. And she's like, I just don't understand like where, like what am I doing that like y'all hate so much? But I think that she's just
people who just can't stay out of the hate.
I think that she's just so, because she's like the most unproblematic. Like she just is always like happy and very genuine. I'm just like, people are just haters and like assholes because every time she gets hate, it's like for literal like no reason.
But that's also the thing of like kind of what you have to learn is like not to give that attention because they see you giving that attention and they're like, oh, like I'm gonna troll, and then like she brings light to it, like I bet you there's so like everyone gets hate online, literally everyone. So it's like if you bring light to it or not, but that sucks because there's some, I can't even think of anyone like off the top of my head right now, but I just like see like another apology video. I'm like, oh yeah, here we go.
Yeah, I know.
Here we go again.
It's crazy. But yeah, no, I just wanted to talk about that. If you don't follow her, like go look at her like most recent posts because honestly, it's kind of funny because it goes from
so whirlwinds, bro.
Her like crying about like 2 posts about her not being able to find her passport, like freaking out, crying. Then she had a scheduled TikTok that went up in between all of this. Basically, her just like talking about like her bachelorette trip and like how she's so excited to go to Cabo. And literally, she comments underneath because it was scheduled, like already set to be posted. Obviously, she wasn't thinking about it.
Right.
And she literally commented, well, this aged well. And then it's like her being like, okay, no, we're going to Vegas now. Like, let's pivot. Let's repack some things. Let's adjust some things that I had originally packed to make it more Vegas appropriate. Mm-hmm. And then it's just like her just having the time of her life in Las Vegas.
Yeah. I mean, good for her because, the vast majority, like, your ass would just be staying home.
Oh, my God. I would
be going to the local bars, but you'd be doing...
No, I would be like, my life is over. Like, this is a sign. Absolutely. I just can't. Like, I would not be able to recover.
No, like, that scares me. Like, am I allowed to have, like, a copy of, like, my passport? Like, can I have 2 at the same time?
No, right? Like, a backup?
If anything happens? Yeah. I don't like that. That stuff always scares me.
Insane. But, yeah. Moving on. Kassidy, you did something very exciting this morning.
Oh my God, I did. I went to Pilates for the first time, but it was like mat Pilates. It wasn't like the reformer.
Mm-hmm.
And I've always had like my doubts. I'm like, oh, Pilates, like it's only like, the fit skinny girls going and just like, oh, like little movements. Oh no, that shit kicked my ass. Like absolutely kicked my ass. And like, it wasn't even on the reformer. Like, and I think I was using like 3-pound weights. Like, I'm sorry, what? Like,
I've always wanted to try like the ground. I don't know. Is that what you call it? Like the ground Pilates, like mat Pilates?
Yeah, I think it's just like mat Pilates. Mm-hmm.
I feel like that's like easy to be able to, not easy, not saying that it's easy, like easier to be able to take moves and be able to like try to replicate them at home.
For sure. No, I think you could absolutely do all the stuff at home if you had like the equipment, which like it's really like simple equipment, honestly. But yeah, no, it was like so good. And I'm always like I feel like I've always been very intimidated to go to like Pilates because like you see all these like fit girls like online and it's like, oh, like the day in the life at my Pilates, it's just very like,
it's intimidating.
Yeah. And I was like, oh God, like I'm like, I don't want to go to this. I'm scared. I was like, you know what? No, I just have to go. And like, it was a lot different than I thought.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. Very different. And it was like all girls, which I'm usually not like I don't like boys in the gym. Like I usually like that doesn't really cross.
See, I feel like that's
mind.
so me. I'm like, if there's a man in there, I'm leaving. Like I'm not working.
Yeah, like I've never like really been like that.
Yeah.
And like every like workout like class I've been to has been like co-ed. But this one was like so freaking nice. And like, honestly,
all
what
girls.
made me feel good is like there were girls of like all ages, all sizes, like all like everything. Like it just made me feel so good. And I was like, you know what? I feel really comfortable here. And like I did not think I was gonna have that vibe like walking into it. So I think I'm gonna like start going more often. I'm trying not to like do a membership because I feel like I just never do good with memberships, and like I'm traveling a lot this summer, and I just like, but like their pass, like their group passes or like class passes I get, like they're expensive as shit. Like even if you buy in bulk, I'm like, it would honestly be better off like me doing the membership and like canceling like whenever I can.
Really?
Yeah, like I looked at something, I want to say it was like 10 classes for like $250. When like their unlimited one is like $189, and you can go as many times, like you can do like 2 a-days, like unlimited.
Was it hard to like find a spot? Because I feel like the one thing with Pilates is everyone and their mom does it, and so like literally classes fill up like that.
Not really, not for this one. I mean, I did the 6 a.m. one, which I feel like is a pretty like frequent class that people would do. Like it's the good like get my workout out of the way, still have time to get ready for work, and then like be at work. So no, but I also think like it's called Jungle, and they have one in Dallas and they have one in Fort Worth. I think it's still, in my opinion, on the ups. Like it's like recently really been like pushed and everything. But I mean, from what I see, no, but honestly, like I've only booked one class, and it was a Monday morning at 6 a.m. So I don't know. I'm very curious to see like how filled they get. But like I would love to do it more often, because I just like, I want to find something that works for my body and like actually stick to it. And like, granted, these HIIT classes, like I enjoyed going to them and everything, and like I felt better physically, but like visually I feel like my body didn't change at all. And I feel like you have to figure out like what works with your body, and I'm like, maybe like the low impact Pilates class is like what's really gonna see me like lose the pounds and like shed the weight, because I feel like I've never like been able to do that with like HIIT classes or just like going to the gym. So we'll see, but like I'm excited. I really enjoyed it, and I thought especially since it wasn't reformer based, I'm like, maybe like this is just gonna be like stupid, you know, like that I like don't have to work hard.
I want to try the floor, because I think I'm just dumb. Like I'm 100% dyslexic. I'm literally like right, left, I don't know. And when I did reformer Pilates, I literally spent half of the class trying to figure out what the hell I was supposed to do, even though I took like the like beginner. I even took like an intro class where like they teach you everything. And I was just like, what the hell? Like, what is she saying? Like, what does that mean? Like, put my hand through what? Like, hold it. Like, what? I'm confused. So then I would have to like look around, but then you're the only one popped up. Everyone else is like doing the thing, and they like look right at you. And I'm like, I'm sorry. I just don't know what I'm doing.
Yeah. No, I feel like I'd be the same way. And I'm very like uncoordinated to an extent.
Oh,
and I feel like it's a lot of like, you know, coordinated stuff you're having to do. But that was me the entire time during mat plot. I was literally like looking at other people, because like they're saying like yoga poses and like stuff, and I'm like, I'm sorry, I've actually never done this in my life before. So like I'm gonna need y'all to like slow it down.
Yeah.
But I mean, it was nice because it was like a dark room, and like there were like other people who were also looking around. I'm like, okay, thank God I'm not the only one.
Yeah. Oh my God, I'm so excited.
I really enjoyed it.
I want to find like a floor Pilates place and try it out.
Yeah, no, and I think they're getting reformers this summer.
Oh, how exciting.
So they'll offer like both classes. And I'm like, ooh, I feel like I would like that.
Oh, how exciting. If I had enough money, I would pay for private reformer lessons. Not lessons, classes.
Yeah, but that also stresses me out. Like one-on-one, I'm like, oh God, I'll just figure it out by myself. Like I promise I will figure this out like whenever I can.
I'm dead. But no, so exciting. I'm excited to see your thoughts as you continue to do it, or don't continue to do it. because Lord knows I stopped.
I don't know. I need it because I have a gym membership and then a Pilates. I need to figure some shit out. I don't know. And then I'm traveling. I'm like, is it even worth it? I don't know. Literally don't know whatsoever. But I'm also not going to pay $30 for a singular class every single time I want to go. So
very true.
That's where we're at right now. And I literally just read a text message from my mom, and she's like, "Are you going to Pilates tomorrow?" I'm like, "Babe, I just paid for the $20 intro class."
You're like, let's in this economy, let's give it a week.
Whoa. Yeah. And then just one more thing, I want to touch on just very quickly. I have rearranged my entire room today, this exact day today.
Oh, I didn't know that you did it today.
Yeah. It was a light day on meetings, and I was rearranging my room the entire day.
It looks so good. Okay. The one thing about Kassidy is she's a minimalist to a fault, where it looks like no one even lives in her room. Okay. Okay, coming from someone I own a lot more shit than I wish I did own, but Babes has been in her house for how long has it been? 3 years? 4?
2,
3?
2, only 2.
Close to 3, right?
15th. No,
it
hasn't even. 2 years on the 15th actually this week.
Oh my god, how exciting!
Yeah.
And I mean, her house is so cute. She decorates. But
no, I don't. There's
nothing in my house. There's really not much.
There's nothing.
So she sent me a picture, and I was like, oh my god, okay, baby steps, and it looks so, not even baby steps. That was a lot of steps at once. It looks
I think it's
so good.
It's changed my life.
It looks so good. It looks so cozy and comfortable, and it looks so good. I can't wait to see it in person.
Thank you. No, I absolutely love it. And I'm obviously just working on my bedroom right now. And next is the living room. I really want to get that squared away, but it's just crazy that it's actually taking me 2 years to get one piece of decor.
It does take a while too. I mean, you have to find what you like. Also, I mean, just shit to decorate your house is expensive.
Yes, it's very expensive. And also I'm so indecisive when it comes to house stuff, and it's expensive. So if I don't know what I want to get, I'm not going to get anything. Or if I'm debating between two things, but I just got this rug. I ordered it a week ago, and it came in on Sunday. And I put it down, and I was like, this is the piece I needed. Yeah. And I was like, now things are clicking in my head. Now I know what I want. Now I want to decorate literally anything and everything.
Oh, good. It looks so good. I didn't realize that you did that today, but it looks so good. So good. Wait, where'd you put your desk? Is it still in your room?
No, my desk is moved back to my guest bedroom. When Joy moved out, I was only in my room because Joy was living with me. Okay.
So that's been moved. No, that's been moved. No?
Yeah, that's been moved out for a while.
Oh my god. I'm just dumb. Because I was like, yeah, it has. You had the podcast set up where it used to be. That's why I was like, there was something in that corner.
Yeah, it's all my podcast stuff. Yeah.
Got it.
Yeah, so now my room is officially cozy, and I can't wait to go lay down in bed after this.
No, it looks so good. Next up, we have to get you some lamps.
Yes, I'm actually looking for lamps hardcore, because we need to have the low lighting, not the overhead lighting.
Low lighting in your room setup with the rug and the plants.
Absolutely.
It's gonna be so cozy. Oh my god, you're just gonna want to snuggle up in bed.
Yeah, I know. I can't wait. Next is finding some stuff to put on the walls. I've never hung anything on these walls, so whoa.
I am dead. That is so funny. I'm so excited to see how everything comes together as you slowly get things.
Slowly, yes.
No, but
adding that.
No, but I feel that's key to really decorating a house that you love is I'm one to rush and just get stuff because I'm I just it's so fun to decorate. I just want to have it all done or else it's gonna drive me crazy. And I'll never finish it. But then it's then you buy things and you're okay, I liked this for a week and now I don't like it. So it's better to do it slowly than everything at once.
Yeah. Yeah, so I'm excited. Next is my living room, and I already have ideas of what I want to do to that, but that's going to cost me an arm and a freaking leg. So,
yeah,
we'll see.
Yeah.
But yeah, those are my fun updates. I mean, it's been a great Monday if you ask me. I've got some pep in my step. Like, I'm ready to go.
Yeah, you've been so productive.
I really have. I mean, I've been up since 5 o'clock. I don't want to toot my own horn. I know Maddie does it every day. I'm usually rolling out of bed at 7:15 nowadays.
I know. I've gotten to the point where, like, you know, it's like when you get a job and for like the first year you're like, or like maybe like you're just like super like, okay, I have to get up. Like I know I have to leave at this time, but you're still like trying to get to work early. You're still, you know.
Yeah.
It's been just increasingly like I just wake up now increasingly like later.
Mm-hmm.
Just to later and later. Like now we're at the 5:40. Which, like, 5:40, I have to, like, light a fire under my ass to, like, get ready and get out the door. And half the time, I'm, like, way later than I should be.
Yeah.
And I'm just, like...
That's my thing. When I worked in office, I learned how to do my makeup in 10 minutes.
Yeah.
And let me tell you that I'd never been done before in my life. But I figured it out.
Yeah, but, like, I just need to get back to, like, okay, I need to get back to waking up at 7 a.m. Like, or not 7 a.m., 5 a.m., Like, I wake up, but then I'm just like, oh, my God. Wait, no, I can sleep for, like, 20 more minutes. And then, like, I go to sleep for 20 more minutes. And then I'm like, then I get, like, super tired. I'm like, oh, but I'm exhausted. Like, I literally can't get up. And then I'm literally, like, it's almost 6 a.m. And I'm like, shit, I have so much to do before I leave. And then I, like, don't bring my lunch. Like, I forget to grab my lunch. Or, like, I don't have time to pack a lunch. Or, like, make coffee or so like I've been raw dogging life with no coffee for the past probably like 5 months.
That's crazy.
Because I just haven't had time. Like I just get out the door.
Sprinting out the door.
Yeah, I like actually like sprinting. It's bad. Like tonight or like I made a really stupid decision today. I knew that I was going to hit empty by the time I got home. And, you know, I could have stopped at a gas station and filled up.
Setting yourself up for failure.
But I didn't. And I literally, as soon as I turned into my neighborhood, my gas light came on. And I'm like, okay, so I have to get up and out of the house to get gas.
Earlier. Yeah. That is the worst because then, like, in the morning you forget. And then you get in your car and you're like, shit.
So
to get gas.
That happens. So that happens to me. But it really screws me because... in Tennessee, kind of like Louisiana, there's no, like, gas stations right off the interstate. You have to, like, exit. You have to go through the exits. Like, you have to find the gas station. And there have been times, like, I pass, like, a gas station on my way, like, out of my neighborhood. Or not out of my neighborhood, but, like, out to, like, get on the interstate. But it's, like, the only gas station I will pass the entire drive. And most of the time in the mornings, because, like, when I get in my car, I am, like, autopilot. Like, I'm not really, this sounds terrible, I'm not really paying attention. Like, I'm just, like, gotta get to work. Half the time I pass up the gas station, and I'm, like, I don't know if I'm gonna make it to work.
Yeah, that's the worst. Mm-hmm.
So, like, I actively have to remember tomorrow that, like, I don't have gas. Like, I literally don't have gas. I will not make it into work. I will be stranded on the side of the road.
Well... oh, I'll remind you in the morning, Maddie. You don't have gas, remember?
Yeah, no, I'm like, I need to set an alarm or something to be like, go get gas, pull over.
Yeah, because you will actually go straight by that gas station.
I will, 100%. I've done it so many times.
Yep, no, I absolutely don't doubt it. I can actually see it happening tomorrow morning.
And then I'm like, shit.
I'll remind you.
Then I'm like, shit, I didn't get gas. So then sometimes I have to take like a huge detour, and it's because I literally don't pass another gas station.
Yeah.
Until I get to my office, basically.
Yeah, no thanks. That's the great thing about Texas. It's literally one like every
yeah, no, it's literally everything's right off the interstate. Like you can see it. You can't see them in Tennessee. It's so annoying.
That's crazy.
So annoying. Pisses me off.
But I do want to hear about your birthday. I feel like I haven't really heard much of the birthday shenanigans. I know you got dinner on your actual birthday. And then your dad, your Leah. Your dad and Leah were in town. What did y'all do?
So, okay, yeah. So for my actual birthday, which this year I like really didn't. Normally, if you know me,
I was kind of shocked.
If you know me, you know I like to celebrate big, and I just did dinner. That's it, just dinner, and it really didn't feel like that special. I sound like such a brat. Like, it was great. Like, oh my God, it was so much fun. Like, all my friends, we all got together. We got a Fetty to the restaurant. And then, like, some of us went out. I did my dinner on a Wednesday, like, middle of the week, Wednesday. Obviously, couldn't get too crazy. You know, we all had to call it an early night. We couldn't stay out basically past midnight, you know, because mama needs her beauty rest. And, so, like, literally just dinner. And I don't think I've ever done just dinner ever.
Yeah,
ever. And it was kind of fun. So I have only ever been surprised once for my birthday, and that was my 22nd birthday, COVID times. You came up and surprised me, and then my parents threw me a surprise party with all of their family, with like all of their friends and like family, you know. So it obviously was like in the height of COVID, like there was literally nothing we could do. I was stuck in Texas because the state line was closed. So, you know, it is what it is. So I obviously, like, I live far out. So my plan was to go get like changed, fix up my makeup, do my hair and everything after work at my friend Anna's house. And then Morgan was going to go to our friend Spur's house, like take a shower, get ready, and then meet us all, you know, under one roof before we went to dinner.
Right.
Well, I like showed up at Anna's and everyone was already there, basically. Everyone was already there. They like set up a charcuterie board and like had some like champagne and like some tiny little decorations, kind of like as like a mini surprise. So basically like a mini surprise happy hour before dinner. So like that was a lot of fun. But yeah, just dinner. And then I didn't really feel like my birthday after that.
Can we talk about how sexy those martini glasses were? Oh my God.
No.
I had never been jaw dropped by a martini on a story.
And like in a restaurant too, the skinniest glasses, like the entire night, the one word I kept saying was like skinny. I was just like, oh my God, she's so skinny. Because they were
literally
the tiniest, thinnest little martini glasses ever. And I'm like, that's insane. I mean, I just want to know how many martini glasses they break.
Yeah,
on
absolutely.
The daily.
It has to be an absolute ton. I mean, even like just like washing them, like even not even dropping, just like washing, or like people like having one too many drinks and it topping over, tipping over and shattering. I can only imagine. But I mean, they were no waste.
They were skinny. Like it was, and like that just like makes the night 10 times better. You know, when I'm like, when you get a glass, like a drink, and it's like, oh my God, it's in the sexiest glass ever, and you're like,
actually, like my drink
that
tastes
just
better
made my night.
in those glasses.
Oh,
like
100%. I mean, even like none of us got wine. Even the wine glasses were just like so aesthetically pleasing and just like nice, super thin stem. It was beautiful. The food delicious. And no, it was a super fun night. And I mean, it was a Wednesday. Like, it was Wednesday. I got crazy on a Wednesday. So I guess there's that. But it was a very, even though I'm like, I literally wore like a club dress on a Wednesday. There was also no one in the restaurant, which was kind of nice.
Yeah.
Because obviously there was like a huge table of us like in the middle of the restaurant. And it was late at night. It was like 8 o'clock. So we could be, like, a little bit more obnoxious, I guess.
Yeah.
Like, obviously, we were so well behaved. But, like, I talk loud. No one else really talks loud, but I talk loud. So it was kind of nice.
Yeah.
Yeah, went crazy on a Wednesday. What else? Yeah, and then my parents came this weekend. Or, like, this past weekend. So it was kind of like a birthday, Mother's Day type deal. And we just did a lot of concerts, basically. Did a concert Friday night, took them to like a barbecue place. And then Saturday they came and saw the house because Leah's seen it. My dad hasn't. And like when Leah saw it we didn't have like our bed or anything like in our room, basically.
Right.
We had like the bed that's in here in that room. So then we did brunch, which was so disappointing because I picked a brunch place specifically because they just redid their brunch menu. We get there and they're like, yeah, no brunch. Well, they're starting it tomorrow. And I'm like, you're gotta be kidding me.
God.
Because your menu says Saturday and Sunday brunch. I came specifically for the brunch. And like my parents, I was being a brat. But I was also like tired and grumpy. When I'm tired, I get really grumpy. And I kind of felt bad. But I was like, would not let it go. I was just like, I literally only chose this place because I wanted brunch food. Like, I'm not even getting brunch food, so I guess I'm just going to eat a salad. I'm like, who was I? Like, who was that took over my body?
So something took over me.
No, I got like 3 bites of the salad. I'm like, I feel better. But I also was still so pissed.
Wow, this salad is actually pretty great.
No, it actually was freaking delicious. But I was so mad. So mad. So then that ruined my day. I'm just kidding.
What was the Lexus Lounge? That looks like fun.
So that was, we went to, so to those that don't know my parents are like big concert music people. They like rock music. Okay? Like not like rock, not like classic rock, not like, I don't know, Metallica. I don't know. I don't know. But they like rock, you know, kind of like the like rock. So we went to a Shinedown concert, which actually they're pretty mellow in comparison to like other stuff that's out there. So yeah, we got like this Lexus Lounge. Like we were on the floor.
Oh wow.
Yeah, on the floor. But at rock concerts, on the floor they do mosh pits. So we were on edge, you know, because I feel like I would die in a mosh pit.
Yeah, don't put me in the middle.
No mosh pits broke out, which was good. But no, yeah, we had like access to this lounge in the Pred Stadium because it took place at Bridgestone. So they have like this big open space where you can go. We got free drinks the entire night.
Oh my God, slay.
So that was so nice, not having to pay for a drink at a concert. And we could just, like, walk from the floor, like, back, grab the drink, and, like, come back. So it wasn't, like, this whole ordeal. Like, there were so many bars. Or, like, the bar was so big, you didn't even have to, like, wait in line to, like, get a drink. It was so nice. Yeah. They had, like, free food, but we ate before. We, like, had dinner before the concert, so we weren't hungry. But, no, it was super good. And then after the concert, we just, like, went back and had, like, a drink at the place that we actually had dinner at. And then I had to say bye to my parents. I was really sad. I know. Fun. It was such a fast weekend.
That's the worst, is like, I feel like, I mean, obviously, like, you live out of state, so it's always just like a quick, like, weekend trip home or them coming up here and everything. And, like, I even, like, sometimes feel, I mean, my parents are literally, like, down the street compared to you, but it's still, like, a drive. And I always just feel like, I mean, if they come in on a Friday or you go home on a Friday, it's like you're getting in late on a Friday. Yeah. Then you can, like, enjoy Saturday, some of Sunday, and then you're out. And it's like, Jesus Christ. Like, I feel like I had, like, a full 24 hours, and, like, that's all.
Yeah. No, and then they had to, like, leave early on Sunday. So they were like, no, we'll just Uber because they didn't want me to drive all the way to get them and then to the airport. Which I begged. I was like, please, I want to see you guys. Yeah. But yeah, no, it was such a fast trip. So kind of sad. But it was good. It was just like, I mean, it was chill. It was low key. Saturday after brunch, I went shopping. I actually got a few things. I like this random boutique, which I have not been boutique shopping in a while. But I found some like super cute things.
Nice.
Yeah. Nothing crazy.
I need to go shopping so bad. Like, so bad.
I really don't need to go shopping. What I really need to do is I really need to go through my closet. Because, yeah, the other day I was looking at things. Actually, when I was rush cleaning my house for my parents to come see it, I realized that I had like 5 baskets of clothes that weren't hanging up in my closet. Okay, 3 of them clean, 2 dirty still. And I'm like, and yet I still have full drawers and a full closet.
See, that's just crazy to me. Like, what? to do my laundry completely every single week because like my clothes are gone. But I also just wear like the same thing over and over and over. So
yeah, see that this forces me to like not wear the same thing over and over again. Yeah. Duh.
You're like, wow, I haven't seen this shirt in a few months.
Actually, that happens all the time. I'm like, okay, what I'm really bad about is like I don't finish like the full like hamper. I'll just like do on the top, and then obviously like I add more throughout the week on top of like what was at the bottom. So then I'll just like keep just doing like the top of my hamper, and then like some stuff is like sitting in the hamper for months. Months. And I'm like, man, like I wash it all. I'm like, damn, I haven't seen this in forever. Like I forgot I even had it. It's bad. It's really bad. So like I really, really, and I reach for the same shit. So like I really need to go through my closet. I also do have a vanity in my closet, so I have like a full rack that isn't used. So I feel like a lot more of my clothes would fit in my closet if I had that full rack if I didn't have the vanity.
That's true.
Yeah. So, because I can't hang anything up there. Right. Then it'll just get in my face when I'm trying to do my makeup.
Yeah, of course. Could never do that.
Yeah, exactly. So, yeah, but I just have way too many clothes. Like, I really need to get rid of some.
It's okay. I'll take some off your hands when I come into town.
Honestly, I like really need to get rid of a ton. But then it's like I need to get rid of a ton, but then I need to get like other.
I need to replenish what I get rid of. You know?
Or get like more versatile. I don't know. Things.
No, I understand. But on the topic of your parents, so we will be seeing them for an extended, at least hopefully we'll be seeing them for an extended amount of time come October. I know that's kind of like a ways out.
Far away.
A ways out. But Maddie and I are going to ACL. This is groundbreaking. Like florals for spring florals. Because like we grew up in Austin and we've actually never been to ACL.
Never been.
Going. And like I'm so excited. Like I'm actually so excited.
I'm really excited too. I've never been to a music festival, so I'm pumped. And we get to see Sabrina Carpenter.
Yeah. No, it's like Sabrina Carpenter, John Summit.
So many good people.
Like, it's going to be so good. And like I'm kind of just excited to like catch the vibes at ACL, like see what the vibes are. Just because like we've gone out in Austin when we were like visiting Olivia, which was like so fun. Yeah. So fun. Like, almost too much fun. Like, whoa. Like, do I want to move there? Like, I don't know. But I'm so excited to, like, hopefully be able to, like, see a lot of people. Even, like, meet, like, people we went to high school with. Like, we've already been talking to, like, a few people. Like, Elena, she's going to. And she's like, we have to meet up. Like, I just feel like everyone comes from everywhere when it's ACL. So I feel like we're going to see a shit ton of people. People we like to see and people we also do not like to see.
I was going to say, you'll probably know like 1,010,000 people, and then they'll be me, and they're like, who are you? I'm like, oh, we went to high school together. And they're like, oh, I don't remember, but cool. No, I was literally thinking about, it's like, I wonder just how many people we're going to run into. But I feel like, it's going to be good. I feel like it's going to be like a good, different experience. Because, like, I feel like a lot of people still live in Austin. And, again, it's just something that we've never done before. Yeah. So I'm pumped.
I'm so excited. Like, I'm already trying to think of outfits. But I'm like, come October, like, it might be chilly.
I don't think so. When I was telling my parents, they're like, it's going to be hot as shit. They're like, every year it's hot as shit. And I'm like, dang. Okay.
Micro shorts. Perfect.
No, literally. Okay, so naked. Even better. Sounds great.
Honestly, like, that's what I was hoping for. I was scared I was going to be cold. So, perfect.
Exactly. So, yeah, no, I'm super freaking pumped. I mean, like, my first ever music festival.
Yeah.
I think, and, like, is it yours? Or have you been to one?
I feel like this is, like, my first, like, big one. Yeah, like, ACL's, like, pretty big. Yeah. You know? So yeah, I'm excited, and like I feel like I've kind of gotten to the point where like I'm willing to like fork over some money for festivals because you're seeing so many people. Like one concert is a little hard to justify like $400 to $500 when you're seeing one singular artist. I'm like, oh my god, like this is hurting,
and it's like,
but this like I'm take my money all day long.
And, like, yeah, sure, concerts have, like, openers, but, like, this literally has, like, a million different stages.
Yeah. Yeah, like, I absolutely cannot freaking wait.
Yeah.
And I mean, I will be there, like, Friday to Sunday, like, start to finish.
100%. 100%.
So I'm excited. I'm counting down the days till October.
Me too. But I think that's really all I had for today's episode.
Yeah, I would have to agree. Feel like we oh, what about the I can never say this right.
Oh, the canes, the Canes,
Yeah.
the con. Who the hell knows? The Canes Film Festival. They recently announced that they have banned naked dressing on the red carpet.
But what does that mean?
So,
you know what I mean?
So basically, no butt cheeks shown, like no crack shown, boobies covered, like basically, like they have to wear clothes. They have to wear like articles of clothing.
God, I already forgot. We just talked about it last week. Who was the one who wore, at the Met, the black dress where like they're,
Halle Coochie Berry.
Yes, Halle Coochie, how can I forget?
Halle Coochie Berry.
Is that acceptable?
I mean,
Like,
that's
just borderline.
I'm just gonna say that shit was banned because it was bad.
No, period. Okay, yeah.
That's just banned. Actually, no, because I feel like the Cannes Film Festival is like supposed to be very, very elegant. Like a lot of people dress like, I mean, it's extremely dressy, and like obviously now people are, doing a lot of the see-through, having their nipples show, so on and so forth, little undies, like that sort of thing. And I think that they were kind of like, okay, no, like this is not what we want. Like we want this to be like a very, very, very elegant like carpet, because like it is. Like people show up in like these insane gowns, like these insane ball gowns. And so I think they're kind of like, no, like this year, like people need to kind of bring that back. Like we want it to be classy, because I remember a few years ago, and I love her, Florence Pugh. She had just filmed, or had been filming, what is it, Darling? What is it called? Isn't that what it's called? Darling something? With Harry Styles. Darling?
Maybe.
Something like that.
Nothing's ringing a bell.
And she showed up, and like you could just fully see, like she looked beautiful. It was a beautiful outfit and beautiful dress. But like it was for the nipple. Like it was nips out. You could see them. And that was like a good few years ago. And I know a lot of people have like dressed in the nude or showing a lot of things like in the past. Vogue did an article about it. But like this year they're like, there's like these rules that you have to follow to be able to walk the carpet.
I like it. I'm behind it. I think if it's a very like high-end, elegant, like there needs to be a dress code, and like it's okay to enforce that, because like time and place. Come on.
Yeah.
Like,
And I think too, like with the Kanye stuff and like his
crazy.
wife.
I mean, she was
full nude.
Nude.
I saw I don't know if we talked about this, like when all of that was happening, like when they were like, yeah, she literally was like fully naked.
Yeah.
Someone did say like they wish artistically, like sorry, this is about to be like inappropriate, so sorry. If you don't want to hear it, tune out now. Thank you guys so much for listening. Yeah. But someone was like, okay, like we get it. Like she was trying, their whole thing was like, it was artistic, obviously she's naked in like a sheer dress with nothing covering it. Someone was like, the look would have been 10 times better if she had bush. It like she was fully shaved. They're like, okay, if you're really trying to be artistic and like actually make it interesting and like beautiful in art, people are like, why was she shaved? Like she should have been like bush or like put a design in that thing. Right. And I was like, honestly, yeah, I kind of agree.
Yeah, honestly, like it's giving boring now that I think about it.
No, yeah, I'm like, oh, you could have gotten creative.
Right. This isn't too artistic. Like we could have done better.
Yeah. Anywho, besides the point, but yeah, so
perfect note to end on. Awesome.
No, I know. Thank you guys so much for listening.
No, literally. But yeah, that's the one thing I just wanted to touch on, because I was like, you know what? I think that's fair enough to say, like, you have to be completely covered. Like, especially in today's world, because, like, there would be people who showed up, like, completely nude, nipples out, butt crack out. Like, if that was not stated, people would be showing up looking like that.
Yeah, they would.
So, I'm behind it, and I'm honestly, like, excited to see what everyone wears that's,
Me
like,
too.
covered up. Oh, my God.
Me too. But thank you guys so much for listening to us just ramble on about a bunch of different shit. We will see you guys next week. And don't forget, like, subscribe, follow us at Fashionably Broke Pod on literally everything. And that's all I have to say. So,
yes.
Bye.
Thank you guys once again for listening, and see you next week. Bye.